Hello, everybody. We have a fun song this week. I hope you're enjoying it. I really just did it just because it brings me some joy. I love it. I love the artist. I love dancing. And I thought we could just all use a little happy lately. So I'm going to read a book that I think is a great story to go along with our song of the week. This is Giraffes Can't Dance. A great story. I want you to really think about, what do you think our theme or our lesson of this book is this week? What are we supposed to learn from this sweet little story about a giraffe and all his friends or her friends in the jungle, and what we learn about kind of being ourselves? So my friends, this is Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles, I'm going to say Andred and Guy Parker Reese. I mean, I pretty much assumed that giraffes can't dance, but I guess maybe this book is going to confirm that. Let's see. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. Yeah, looks like a giraffe, right? He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Lots of good rhyming words in here, friends. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. Oh, look, he's worried. Everyone else seems really happy, or maybe from his perspective they are, but he's feeling sad about it. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Oh, poor Gerald. That's not very nice, is it? I'm sad for him that everyone else tries to make fun of him and point at him. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. You ever think about that, of how our words can affect someone else, even if we don't think about it? They're having fun, and all those things he said to Gerald, he's leaving and going home. He's so sad. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." You see the little cricket? Reminds me of Pinocchio. You guys ever seen Pinocchio with Jiminy Cricket? "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." Gerald's face looks a little different. His body looks calmer. It's like he's meditating, right? The cricket is helping, and he's going to really reset himself, don't you think, to think about the music? With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. What's he starting to do? He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Look, it's the magic page. Look how happy he is. He's dancing. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I am dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle. We must be in a dream. Gerald is the best dancer that we have ever seen." I think those animals owe Gerald an apology. What do you think? How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. Okay, friends, here's your task today. I want you to think about what is the theme or the lesson that we're supposed to take away. I don't think it's just that like, oh, giraffes are funny or they can dance, but I think we have evidence from the text that tells us really something like a message that the author is trying to get us to understand maybe about ourselves or other people. So I want you guys to talk about that. I hope you get some dancing in this week and it brings you joy, and I would love to see your best dance moves. If you watch this and you come tell me and you have your best dance moves, you show me your favorite move and I'm going to teach you the hawk knock. Okay? Can't wait to see it. Have a great week.